Folks, I hope all of you are doing well today. I hope you had a great weekend. And look, I know I haven't posted a video in a couple of days here, but there's just so much going on and just trying to even make time for this. Apologies, but man, I have got a good one for you today. Before we even jump into the article, I want to remind all of you something. You may or may not have heard this particular passage from Scripture, but I want to touch on Revelation 6:6 because I really think this means something in this day and age. Then I heard what sounded like a voice among the four living creatures saying, 2 pounds of wheat for a day's wages and 6 pounds of barley for a day's wages, and do not damage the oil or the wine. So what this is actually referring to in this Bible passage, this is talking about towards the end of days, there is just going to be economic catastrophe and squeeze on the majority of people. However, what they also mean by do not damage the oil and the wine, what they're specifically talking about are the rich people. Do not damage those or do not affect those people. Folks, I have got an article for you today, plus a little bit of a video. So this is what the article headline says, and thankfully somebody is being smart about this to a degree. Critics roast energy secretary for telling poor people to buy solar panels, quote, they don't know how they sound. Folks, this is really something. So as we get into this, in fact, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna play for you right now just a little short snippet of her news feed that went out on Twitter right now. And then after that, we'll come right back and I'll make my comments on that. So here it is.
You know, what do you say to the families who simply can't afford this stuff in the first place?
If you are low income, you can get your home entirely weatherized through the expansion from the bipartisan infrastructure law, a significant expansion. You don't have to pay for anything. If you want heat pumps, insulation, new windows, that is covered. If you are moderate income, today you can get 30% off the price of solar panels. Those solar panels can be financed, so you don't have to.
So hopefully some of you can see why I'm a little bit upset about this. I mean, folks, as like the oxygen just left the room, I mean, seriously, this is just lunacy. So let me see if I get this straight. So now you've just, increased gasoline prices it's now affecting globally. Food is costing more. Good luck with your wages because you're not getting paid that much. And now you're going to force this on the poor people, middle class people. Well, middle class is now becoming the poor people. What we're not addressing about all these mandates and whatnot that are just kind of coming along the way is there's a whole other issue that comes with bringing this sort of infrastructure into a population. It's not even addressing, they say they're calling it this like, oh, this is going to be free energy. Is it free? Of course not. Energy costs are on the rise. How are you going to afford that? Now I'm not even talking about electric cars, which that's a whole other thing, which by the way, check me out tomorrow. We're going to be talking about that. But if this was truly about saving the environment and concern for the environment, well, why are we not addressing the fact of the matter of that you're now creating a tremendous amount of waste for landfills? Do you think those solar panels and windmills and everything that you're creating is actually going to be up there forever? In fact, I had actually pointed this out. This is another article. This is very interesting. Article from Yahoo. It says California went big on rooftop solar. Now that's a problem for landfills. Folks, I brought this up before. So now, okay, you're gonna force people, you're gonna put the squeeze on them with the money and just trying to even earn a living. Food is going to cost a whole lot more. And now you're telling people that not only do they have to run on solar panel, oh, by the way, if you can't afford it, no problem. You can borrow money. Folks, do you really think that somebody who's sitting in a double wide trailer, and that maybe that's what this is all going to come down to, do you really think that they're going to go borrow $5,000, $10,000? I don't think so. If anything, they're struggling. They don't even have $200 spare. Everybody is living paycheck to paycheck. How am I like the smartest guy in the room? This cannot be possible because I'm not. I mean, I'm a little bit sharp, but man, there are much smarter people than me. Folks, it's time to wise up. It's time to push back on all of this. I do not accept this one bit, and neither should you. Write your politician, vote the right people in there, and don't vote just because you like their personality. That is the dumbest thing you possibly could do. You vote truly on their policies, because at least then you've got a fighting chance that if they say this is what I'm going to stand for, at least then you can go back to them and hold them accountable, because that's the promise that they made. Folks, that's my word for today. I hope this means something for you. We got to wake up. That's all I got to say. We also got to look up too. This is kind of crazy times, and this is just doing my head in. Folks, have a great day. Like this, subscribe it. I appreciate all your comments, by the way, and I hope to see you next time.